Yeah, a new challenger. I'm excited for new characters. That's going to be super fun.
Even just playing the mirrors, though, is sick.
Yeah.
We got Waddicker and Flippin here, both members of Team Waddicker. They're in the Resistance 12-4X Discord. So we're about to see some real cool stuff. This game's a lot like Nidhogg, where it's, you gotta knock them out and then try to make it to the end. But it has a lot of Street Fighter mechanics. Like, you can throw sonic booms, it's got DPs, actually I put them on shoulder button macros.
Yeah.
But it's got all the, cross-ups, things like that, like setting up tick throw setups and all that. Like, it's all here, the knowledge, without having to do all the complex hand stuff.
And yes, that was definitely a J-Wong Toasty that appeared. Yeah. Oh, damn. I gotta say, immediately the style of this game strikes me, right? And I love this, like, full-screen guard break, punish, indicators. It's like, it's super responsive and it's stylish while it does it, which is dope.
That's what immediately drew me to this game when I saw, like, the footage. Because I was like, that's such a good idea. Like, if you're, like, a new player coming into this, you know what you got hit by,
Yeah, you know what just happened.
Yeah, also, it's stylish, and it looks cool, and it's rewarding. Like, wow, I got a cool thing to show up on the screen because I did something right. Like, it's good.
Nice
also,
anti-air there.
The life bar mechanic is a little interesting.
Yeah, that's something that's really worth talking about.
Yeah, so basically, you have, like, segments on your life. Every time you get hit a certain amount of times, you lose a square, you die, and then you gotta respawn. It's like 3 segments right here. You can get more segments by doing sick combos. That's what that meter that builds up below it is with all the pips. Well, actually, that's not what that is. I'm lying to you. But you can get more life bar segments. And then you have the 2 pips inside each life bar as your guard points, I believe. And that's when a guard break happens if you block too many things. Every time you die, it takes longer to respawn. That's what those pips underneath are. So that's, the back and forth. It's like, if I'm just dying repeatedly, what's stopping me from just respawning and stopping? Because your respawn takes longer.
It becomes very apparent later on in matches if you have a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, if you're both playing like experts, like, it's going to turn into just literally like a war of attrition at that point. But you're not just going to be able to, like, kill them real quick, run to the exit and shoot. It's going to take smart playing, wearing people down. And then, yeah, when you respawn, you come slamming in like Iron Man. That's a big freaking hitbox.
Yeah, it does a huge amount of damage. It does 4 damage, which means it'll auto-kill if you have just the stock 3 health, right?
Yep. Yeah, this game's got double jumps, it's got air dashes, at least with this character. She's the only character in the game right now, but there's going to be more added. But, you have a lot of mobility and a lot of options with everything you're doing, which is really... It's welcome. Like, it gives you a lot of room to play freeform and just come up with what you want. Also, by the way, you see how quick we get back into it with a rematch?
Yeah.
Like, that's phenomenal. And the music doesn't stop the whole time. It just keeps... It's one of those games, like, when we first played it, like, I picked it up in a couple of seconds, having not played it yet when we were streaming it.
Yeah.
Instantly started figuring things out, and it felt good, and it was literally just one more match. Get me back in there, one more match.
Exactly.
Like, time went by, we didn't even realize, because we were having so much fun with it so quick. Like, a lot of games, they'll just drop you back to a loading screen. It's like you start killing your hype, you're like, okay, one more game and I'm good. This is like, nah, give me that one more, give me that one more.
So, we mentioned the... double break. We mentioned the big Superman drop coming in, dealing damage, but other than that, you have particular moves. You have certain moves, right? Like, you have a light and a heavy attack, and then you have a couple special attacks as well.
Yeah, you got the, you get the Sonic Boom, and you got the Dragon Punch, but that can also be done with the macro. Sonic Boom is still just hold back and hit forward in the button. But light and heavy attack, it's how you string, you can do combos off of different things, and also, your running attack, the button you hit determines what you do. So one of your running attacks is a cross-up. So you get like this nice little, people get used to blocking the cross-up, and you just run and hit the heavy attack and stab them in the front. Like, it's very intuitive for having such a simple scheme.
Absolutely.
Like, if you could play Smash at any decent level, you can play this at a high level, I feel.
Yeah, so you just saw that. They got a 5-hit combo, and if you saw at the top left, it said +1. They got an extra pip of health because they managed to fill up a bar by doing extended combos. So when someone does a combo of 2 hits or more, you'll see the little bars appear beneath the character portraits. And when you finally manage to fill that up. So it's like, you might get a kill in 3 hits, but if you do a 5-hit combo, then you'll get more pips towards extra health.
Yeah, you're encouraged to style on, which is great. Like, it feels good to figure these things out. And it's not even too, like, you know... It's not like, okay, I just did a little 5-hit combo and good. Like, you're encouraged to lab and figure out what the most stylish thing you could do is. Not only by getting that life bar thing, but just by how cool it looks, you know? Like, it's fun.
Nice cross up.
Oh, they're thinking about it. See, they're playing carefully now. It's because we got all those skulls stocked up on the bottom there.
Yeah, now dying is a big risk at this point, right?
Yeah, like they could probably run half the stage right now if the other player had to respawn.
And you'll notice that, okay, so when characters respawn, it actually locks the screen. If you've played Nidhogg, you might know that you can just keep running. The screen is only locked when you double KO or when you first start a round. But in this, every time someone respawns, it locks it in. So it really, it's a game that is much more focused on the fighting game stuff, where you have to do this 1v1 thing way more often than you have to do it in a game like Nidhogg, even though they're similar games, like in some ways.
Yeah, you can see like how the force field comes down when there's a KO. So on top of like the screen lock, you can't even just be like, oh, well, we're right at the exit, let me just jump over and then run. You have to integrate with the combat. Also, check out the background. Did you notice that, Mike? Where this is a fight and all that?
Yeah. I noticed a bit of a nod to the Niche Fighter Fête there, which I definitely appreciate.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. I like that that's a feature.
Yeah, there's
also,
been...
Shoutouts to Waddicker right there in the background, too.
Yeah. One of the Resistance devs were talking about that on Twitter, that they're looking to implement some Twitch integration as well, which is going to be super interesting. Want Dino Rex sounds in your Resistance 2040X?
Please don't. I do want to point out, just because it happened a minute ago, the beginning of your dash seems so low profile under the fireball.
Ah, yes.
So you really do have this nice, like, rock, paper, scissors thing going on, where it's like, I have all, like, you might be thinking, like, we were making jokes, we were like, oh, well, if this character only had a dive kick, they'd have everything. But what it really turns into is, like, well, what do I want to be using right now? Because everything seems to have a counter to it. And I think that's very smart design.
No, it is very smart.
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of stream integration stuff gets added to this. Just please don't make Dino Rex sounds. I gotta figure out how to I gotta get the prequel comic for this again. When I did the beta key, I accidentally deleted the email with the comic in it. But
oh, alright.
I want to know more about the story and lore for this. Yeah, there's a Discord community I'm going to post a link to in the chat when we're done with this. And there's all sorts of different ways that you can help support the game if you're interested in. And like I said, a lot of people are getting keys for this game today if they competed in our 20, so I definitely do want to see some people checking this out. I want to see some Twitter clips, I want to see some Twitch streams and YouTube videos. I want to see some fan art. There we go. And this part too, I love this. Like, whenever you hop into it, it's like, remember like in, we were talking about X-Men vs. Street Fighter, whatever, where you can style on the body, and then it'll freeze frame on whatever the last thing is. We have that built like right into you won. Like, how do I jump over the line? What kind of cool stuff do I do until it fades out?
Yeah.
There you go. I just want to say shout outs again to Team Waddicker for playing and making this video for us. And shout outs to Resistance 204X for existing.
100%. Yo, like, got a little note here. Yeah, introduce fighting games to your friends that don't play fighting games with this fast-paced, footsies-based 2D fighter with a twist. Use platforms to position yourself strategically, react fast, and KO your opponents. Then run as fast as you can, across to the goal to win the match. Yo, rollback netcode's happening, available for PC, Android, and iOS. I'm hoping... Yo, crossplay? Are we getting the crossplay? My fingers are crossed.
Oh, imagine that. You're playing with Android phones and stuff.
That would be delightful.
I like that it's a game that you could play on a phone and not feel like it's dumbed down, too.
Yeah, I think it would lend itself well to like a mobile platform as well.
It's something quick that anybody could kind of just pick up and start messing with, which is really appreciated. Like, oh yeah, definitely crossplay. It's confirmed by the dev. Yes. You can't take it back now.
Can't take it back. Officially announced